The calm of the Sol system shattered when sensors on Earth's orbital stations detected a massive object entering from deep space. It moved faster than any known vessel, yet its path was deliberate, precise, and unnerving. For a moment, all the station operators froze, staring at the streaming data. This isn't like anything we've seen before," muttered Lieutenant Arin Zhao, gripping his console as the readings filled the room. On Earth, alarms sounded across the United Space Command headquarters in Geneva. Leaders, scientists, and military commanders were immediately summoned to the Central Strategy Chamber. Giant screens displayed the alien ship. Dark, angular, and immense, it dwarfed any human-made starship. Its hull seemed alive with shifting patterns, shimmering like liquid metal, and every orbiting planet trembled as the sheer presence of the ship triggered gravitational and energy disturbances. President Alina Kor stood at the center of the room, her face calm, but her eyes sharp. "Identify it now. I want all channels open." "Who is it? What do they want?" "Ma'am," replied Commander Rafik, head of Earth's Space Defense Fleet, "we have no records of this vessel. Its technology is unlike anything we have encountered. Shields, propulsion, even the energy signature. Everything is beyond our understanding. And," he hesitated, "it's heading straight for Earth." A collective silence fell over the room. Earth had faced threats before: asteroid impacts, rogue pirates in the outer colonies, and skirmishes with minor alien explorers. But this was different. The magnitude of the threat sent a chill through every mind present. High above in orbit, Captain Alara Voss watched the approaching shadow from the bridge of the Aurora, Earth's flagship. Her crew moved with practiced efficiency, monitoring every sensor and coordinate. Voss's sharp eyes followed the alien ship's trajectory, calculating speed, mass, and the likely range of its weapon systems. "It's enormous," murmured Lieutenant Cade, her tactical officer. "We have no way to outgun it directly. Our missiles, lasers, everything, it's almost useless against that shield." Captain Voss clenched her jaw. She had faced impossible odds before, but the feeling this time was different. The alien ship radiated confidence, not just power. "We'll find a way," she said firmly. "Humanity has faced impossible odds before. We survive, we adapt, we fight." Meanwhile, the alien vessel broadcasted a message. It was not sound, not light, but a pattern that made the human communication arrays struggle to interpret. Finally, a voice came through, cold, precise, and alien. "Submit or be erased." The words sent shivers through every channel. The Deathworld Alliance, as they would later be known, had arrived. Humanity had heard rumors, scattered reports of their brutal conquests in distant galaxies, but never had anyone in the Sol system faced them directly. And now, the Alliance's most dangerous ship had come to challenge Earth itself. In Geneva, President Kor remained calm, though the weight of the situation pressed heavily on her. "We will not submit," she said. Her voice carried across the room, firm and unwavering. "We will defend Earth with every resource we have. Contact the fleets, prepare orbital defenses, alert the colonies. Humanity will not bow." The Council erupted into a flurry of activity. Scientists began calculations for experimental weapon deployment. Military officers organized evacuation plans for vulnerable cities. Every nation contributed resources. For once, Earth moved as a single entity, united by the threat above. On the Aurora, Captain Voss convened her officers. "We need to understand them. Direct confrontation is suicide. We'll gather intelligence, find weaknesses, and prepare a counterattack." She turned to Cade. "Set up reconnaissance drones. Get every probe we have into their path. We need to see how this ship operates, its weapons, its shields, its engines. Every detail counts." The first probes were launched. They approached the alien vessel cautiously, scanning its surface, but every attempt to gather data was met with an almost instantaneous countermeasure. Energy fields flared, disrupting the drones. Yet in the chaos, Voss noticed something human eyes could hardly grasp. A pattern in the alien reactions, a rhythm that hinted at predictability. "See that?" Voss pointed to the monitor. "They are fast, but they are not perfect. We just need to learn their rhythm." Back on Earth, panic began to spread among civilians as news of the alien arrival leaked. Cities braced for impact. Schools were closed. Hospitals activated emergency protocols, and millions of people looked to the skies, uncertain whether they would see tomorrow. Yet amid the fear, a spark of determination lit humanity's spirit. Humanity had survived ice ages, wars, and plagues, Now the stars themselves challenged them. In the following hours, the alien ship made its first move. Smaller drones emerged from its hull, probing Earth's defenses. They tested orbital lasers and shield generators, analyzing the planet's responses. Most cities experienced minor disruptions. Satellites were temporarily disabled, but no major damage occurred. The message was clear. The alien ship was assessing, learning, preparing. Captain Voss, observing from the Aurora, clenched her fists. They're testing us, just like a predator circles its prey. But we're not prey. Humanity survives because we fight smart, because we adapt. And we will. She sent a direct message to Earth Command. We need full authorization to engage when necessary. Our plan is to delay, study, and outthink them. Direct fire without understanding is death. President Kor responded within minutes. You have full authorization. Protect humanity. Learn what you can. We trust your judgment, Captain. As night fell across Earth, millions watched the sky. The alien ship glowed faintly, a dark silhouette against the sun, signaling its dominance. Yet on Earth, light stayed on. People gathered in streets, in homes, and shelters, united by hope and courage. Humanity had faced darkness before, and now, for the first time in the galaxy, they faced a challenge bigger than any single nation, bigger than any single planet. Captain Voss stood on the bridge, staring at the alien vessel. Tomorrow we begin the fight, she said quietly, more to herself than to anyone else. And we will show them why Earth is not just another planet. We are humans. We are survivors. And we do not give up. In the far reaches of the alien ship, the commander, an alien being of immense presence and intelligence, observed the planet below. They are different, it said in a voice translated roughly for human understanding. Most civilizations submit without thought. This one resists. Intriguing. The tension in the Sol system escalated. Humanity had hours, maybe days before the first major assault. Scientists raced to refine weapons. Engineers worked through the night to strengthen defenses, and pilots trained tirelessly for space combat that no one had ever survived. Every human on Earth, whether on the ground or in orbit, felt the same burning determination. They would not fall. And as the alien ship loomed closer, the first stars of evening reflected on the armor of the Aurora. Captain Voss placed a hand on the console, a silent promise to her crew and her planet. Earth would stand. The message from the alien ship repeated in every communication system. Submit, or be erased. Humanity's reply was unspoken but clear. They would not submit, not now, not ever. Above the Earth, in the dark expanse of space, two forces prepared for the inevitable clash. One represented centuries of survival, innovation, and courage, the other, raw, unstoppable power. And in the silence before the storm, Captain Voss whispered to herself, "Let them come. We are ready." The following day, the skies above Earth were tense with anticipation. Every orbital station, every planetary defense array, and every fighter hangar was on high alert. Humanity's leaders knew that the alien vessel was not just a visitor. It was a weapon, a force capable of annihilating entire continents. Captain Alara Voss stood on the bridge of the Aurora, surveying a holographic display of the alien ship. Its vast hull shimmered with energy fields that humans had never encountered. Missiles fired from Earth's orbital defenses would barely scratch it. Lasers and plasma cannons would bounce harmlessly off its adaptive shields. Yet Voss did not feel fear. She felt challenge. She felt purpose. "Lieutenant Cade," she said, pointing to the tactical display, "we need more than brute force. Their ship adapts, yes, but it also reacts. Every machine has patterns, every shield has a rhythm. We find it and we strike," Cade nodded. "We've analyzed the first wave of their drones. They learn fast, but they overcorrect. They anticipate linear attacks, but not unexpected angles. If we move unpredictably, we can force openings." Voss smiled slightly. "Good. Prepare the reconnaissance drones for another pass. This time we'll use decoys and feints. If they think they are in control, we can observe the real weaknesses." Below on Earth, engineers and scientists worked at a feverish pace. Experimental weapons, designs once theoretical, were rushed into production. Magnetic pulse cannons, hypervelocity missiles, and adaptive shield emitters were assembled in weeks rather than years. Humanity's ingenuity, honed over millennia, was in full display. Every lab, every shipyard, every research center became a hub of activity. In the skies above the Pacific, A squadron of Earth's most advanced fighters launched toward the alien vessel. The pilots were tense but confident. They knew their weapons might not destroy the ship directly, but their mission was crucial: to study, distract, and find a way to make the alien vulnerable. The alien ship responded immediately. Energy bursts flared from its hull and hundreds of drones swarmed like mechanical hornets. The fighters dodged and weaved, firing lasers and releasing electronic countermeasures. The alien drones adapted, but slowly. Human pilots used unpredictable flight patterns, daring maneuvers, and split-second decisions to stay just out of reach. "Keep their attention on us," Voss commanded from the Aurora. "Do not let them predict your next move. Force them to overreact." The battle was chaotic but mesmerizing. Pilots executed breathtaking maneuvers using gravity wells, asteroid debris, and solar winds to their advantage. Even small fighters, human ingenuity and courage made them formidable opponents. The alien drones adapted, but with each engagement, their energy fields strained slightly, revealing small gaps that human sensors recorded meticulously. Meanwhile, on the bridge of the Aurora, Cade studied the incoming data streams. "Captain, I think I see it. Their shield has a momentary cooldown after absorbing high-energy attacks. If we time it precisely, we could hit the core with a concentrated strike." Voss's eyes narrowed. "That's it. We prepare for that. But first, we need closer intelligence. I want a manned reconnaissance team in orbit around the ship. Small, fast stealth. We can't risk losing another wave of fighters without real data." The reconnaissance mission was daring. A small crew of human pilots, engineers, and scientists approached the alien vessel in a modified shuttle, its hull reinforced and coated with stealth material. As they neared the alien ship, they observed its defenses in detail: adaptive energy fields, shifting hull plates, and internal corridors that seemed to reconfigure on their own. Inside the shuttle, Dr. Liana Mercer, a systems engineer, studied the alien technology through high-resolution scanners. "These shields, they feed off energy attacks. The more we hit them, the stronger they get. But I think I see a pattern. There's a lag in the reinforcement sequence." Voss nodded, impressed. "Good work. We exploit that. Every weakness counts. Humanity doesn't have the raw firepower, but we have minds, courage, and strategy. That is our advantage." Back on Earth, news of the alien arrival spread. Panic was tempered by awe. People watched broadcasts of human pilots flying near the alien ship, engaging in battles that seemed hopeless yet heroic. Children clung to their parents, inspired by bravery. Scientists worked tirelessly to convert theory into action. Humanity's unity shone brightest in the darkest hour. As the day progressed, the first major assault began. The alien ship launched massive energy pulses at Earth's orbital defenses, testing every shield, every weapon system. Cities below felt tremors as satellites and communication arrays were disrupted. Panic surged for a moment, but military commanders stayed calm. Humanity had prepared. Countermeasures were deployed, absorbing the worst of the attacks. In orbit, the Aurora and its fleet coordinated with unmatched precision. Voss led the assault with a combination of patience and aggression, forcing the alien ship to divide its focus between Earth and the fleet. Every movement was calculated, every attack a lesson. Then, the reconnaissance shuttle returned, carrying invaluable data. "Captain," Mercer reported, "we have mapped several internal systems. The ship's energy core is centralized but shielded by layers that adapt to conventional weapons. Direct attack is suicide, but there is a way to disrupt the core from within." Voss's eyes gleamed. "Finally a plan. Prepare a specialized team. Engineers, pilots, communications experts. We'll need stealth, speed, and precision. If we can disable the core even temporarily, it will give Earth a chance to strike decisively." The alien ship, meanwhile, had recognized the humans' tactics. Its energy fields pulsed more frequently. Its drones became more aggressive, and it released massive flares of energy into space. But even in its overwhelming power, it struggled to adapt to human unpredictability. Each maneuver, each daring strike by human pilots taught the aliens something new, but they could not fully anticipate creativity and courage. Captain Voss addressed her crew. "Humanity doesn't win because we have the biggest weapons. We win because we are clever, we are brave, and we do not give up. Tonight we plan. Tomorrow we strike." As night fell over Earth, the alien ship loomed over the planet like a dark sentinel. But humans were not afraid. Cities lit up in preparation. Ships moved silently through orbit, and millions of eyes looked to the stars inspired by courage and hope. In the quiet moments before the next assault, Lieutenant Cade turned to Voss. "Captain, they're learning. Every attack we make, they adapt faster. We need something more." "Daring?" Voss smiled faintly. "That's why we'll strike from inside. We'll take the fight to them where they least expect it. That is how humans win, not with size or strength, but with intelligence and boldness. Prepare the infiltration team. They leave at first light." The day ended with humanity united, vigilant, and ready. The alien ship had come to test Earth, but humanity had responded with determination and innovation. No conventional power could stop the aliens, but unconventional thinking, courage, and teamwork were humanity's greatest weapons. In the alien ship, the commander studied human behavior. They are unpredictable. Most species would submit or die quietly. These humans resist. They learn quickly. Intriguing. Humanity had learned something important too. Survival depended not just on weapons, but on courage, ingenuity, and unity. And above all, they understood one truth. They would not bow, and they would not retreat. Captain Voss stood on the Aurora's bridge, looking at Earth below and the alien ship above. "We have our plan," she whispered. "We strike smart, we strike fast, and we strike together. Humanity survives because we refuse to quit, and we will show them the true strength of Earth." Above the Sol system, the alien ship readied its next move. But even as it pulsed with deadly energy, it could not predict the human spirit, resilient, clever, and unyielding. Humanity was ready to fight back, and the first wave of their true counterattack was about to begin. The battle for Earth was no longer just about survival. It was about proving that humanity, small but determined, could face the deadliest force in the galaxy and endure. And Captain Voss, standing at the helm of the Aurora, knew that tomorrow, humanity would show the universe why Earth was not just another planet. It was the home of those who refused to be conquered. The following dawn, the Aurora and its fleet hovered silently near the alien vessel. The first wave of engagement had revealed crucial information. The alien ship's shields were powerful, its drones relentless, and its weapons unmatched in firepower. But it also had weaknesses, patterns in behavior that humans could exploit. Captain Alara Voss gathered her team in the briefing room of the Aurora. The room was tense but focused. Engineers, pilots, communication specialists, and reconnaissance officers crowded around the holographic display of the alien ship. "We've observed the shield's reaction patterns," Voss began. "It strengthens against direct attacks, but certain energy fluctuations create brief windows when the defenses are weakened. That is where we strike." She paused, looking each team member in the eyes. "We are not sending a fleet this time. We are sending a small, specialized team inside their ship. It's dangerous. One misstep and we don't return. But if we succeed, we gain the knowledge and advantage to save Earth." Lieutenant Cade, tactical officer, raised a question. "How do we get past their defenses?" "They detect everything approaching." Voss pointed at the hologram. "Stealth technology. Modified shuttles with adaptive camouflage. Drones to distract and a small team trained to move fast and silent. We go in, find the energy core and plant a destabilizer device. Then we get out." The team prepared in silence. The shuttle, nicknamed Ghost, had been reinforced with experimental materials. Its hull refracted light, making it nearly invisible to alien sensors. Inside, the crew checked every system: oxygen, propulsion, communication, and power. Dr. Liana Mercer, the systems engineer, adjusted the destabilizer device one last time. "This will overload their energy core temporarily. If it works, the shields weaken, giving Earth a chance to strike decisively." Pilot Joran Malik ran simulations for the approach. "We'll need perfect timing. If they detect us early, it's over before we start." Captain Voss addressed the team. "Remember, you are humanity's eyes and hands inside that ship. Speed, precision, and calm thinking will keep you alive. Trust each other, trust your training, and remember why we fight." As Ghost detached from the Aurora, it entered the shadow of the alien ship. Every sensor on board monitored the alien vessel's movements. Drones from Earth's fleet swarmed in the distance, drawing attention away from the approaching shuttle. The humans held their breath as the alien sensors scanned the area, unaware of the small intruders. Inside the alien ship, corridors were unlike anything humans had imagined. They shifted, rearranged, and seemed almost alive. The walls pulsed with energy, and strange symbols glowed faintly, reacting to every movement. Joran piloted Ghost carefully. Keep low energy signatures. Avoid main conduits. Stick to maintenance shafts. Dr. Mercer monitored the device's integration with the alien systems. The core is centralized in the lower decks. Shield strength decreases briefly every 17 seconds during energy realignment. That's our window. The team exited the shuttle through a small docking port, their suits equipped with adaptive camouflage. The first steps inside the alien ship were cautious. The corridors were quiet, but an unsettling hum filled the air, as if the vessel itself were alive. Lieutenant Cade led the team. Move fast, move silent. Stick to the shadows. They encountered the first defense, a patrol of alien drones. The drones scanned with energy pulses, detecting heat, motion, and electromagnetic fluctuations. The human team held their breath, timing each movement to avoid detection. One drone passed within inches, unaware of the invisible humans pressed against the wall. Dr. Mercer whispered, "We're lucky this corridor has dampeners. Otherwise, the shields would pick up our body heat." They advanced deeper into the ship. The corridors grew wider, filled with complex machinery. The walls shifted subtly, rerouting pathways. The team had to adapt quickly, using portable mapping devices to track changes. Joran muttered, "This ship isn't just a weapon. It's a living intelligence." "It thinks," Cade nodded, "which means we need to stay unpredictable." The energy core was guarded by multiple layers of security, shifting walls, automated drones, and energy barriers. The team paused at the first barrier. Dr. Mercer examined the controls. "This is a temporal phase shield. It cycles in predictable pulses. I can sync the destabilizer device with it. We'll have one shot." Voss, though back on the Aurora, communicated via encrypted channel. "Remember the plan. One strike, then retreat. Do not linger." They moved in carefully. Every step brought them closer to the core and deeper into danger. Suddenly, an unexpected alarm sounded. Red lights flashed along the corridor. The ship had detected something, possibly the drone decoys outside. Cade barked orders. "Split. Move into maintenance tunnels. Keep communication open. Eyes on the core." The team separated, using the labyrinthine corridors to evade patrolling drones. Each member relied on training and instinct, moving silently through the living ship. Finally, they reached the central chamber. The energy core was enormous, glowing with a radiant energy that pulsed like a heartbeat. The room itself seemed to resist human presence, its systems reacting to their proximity. Dr. Mercer stepped forward. "This is it. I'll plant the destabilizer here. Stand ready for extraction." As the device integrated with the alien core, alarms blared throughout the ship. The energy core pulsed violently and the shields flickered. Human sensors detected minor vulnerabilities appearing in the alien vessel. "Now, Joran, back to the shuttle," Cade ordered. They sprinted through the corridors as systems began to overload. Energy pulses and automated defenses activated in rapid succession. The ship attempted to isolate intruders, but the human team moved with speed and precision, exploiting every weakness they had observed. The alien drones swarmed, but humans had prepared for this. Miniature EMP devices disabled several drones, while stealth maneuvers allowed the team to slip past others. Every second was critical. Dr. Mercer, leading the retreat, activated the final sequence of the destabilizer. A pulse of energy radiated through the ship's core, temporarily weakening shields and causing minor system malfunctions. The alien ship roared in response, energy flares exploding along the hull. Back on the Aurora, Captain Voss observed the data stream. It worked. Core destabilization confirmed. Shields weakened by 12%. "That is our chance." The team continued to retreat. The corridors shifted rapidly, forcing them to adapt in real time. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached Ghost. The shuttle's adaptive camouflage reactivated, making them nearly invisible as they flew back toward the Aurora. As they docked, the team collapsed, exhausted but alive. Captain Voss greeted them, her face a mix of relief and pride. "You did it. Humanity has its chance. The alien ship is vulnerable. Our fleet now has the opportunity to strike decisively." Dr. Mercer smiled faintly. "It's only temporary. We need a plan to exploit it fully. The core will realign soon, and if we aren't ready, the aliens will regain full control." Voss nodded. "Then we prepare. We strike next, not as individuals, but as humanity united. Every ship, every weapon, every mind contributes. This is the moment we've been waiting for. On Earth, news of the mission remained classified, but the effects were felt. Satellites detected fluctuations in the alien ship's shields. Orbital defenses recalibrated. Pilots trained with renewed determination. Humanity had made its move, and the balance of power had shifted slightly. In the alien vessel, the commander observed the destabilization with caution. Humans are clever. They survive against all odds. Adjusting tactics. Captain Voss addressed her crew one last time that day. Humanity strikes back not just with weapons, but with courage, ingenuity, and teamwork. Tomorrow we fight as one. We have shown them what humans are capable of. The next phase will decide the future of Earth. Above the Sol system, stars glittered as if witnessing the moment. The alien ship, powerful and menacing, now faced the unyielding spirit of humanity. A force that relied not only on strength, but on intelligence, creativity, and unwavering resolve. And in that silent prelude to battle, Captain Voss whispered to herself, "We've begun. The first move is ours, and humanity will not lose." Part 4, the final battle begins. The Sol system was alive with activity. Earth's fleets moved like a coordinated swarm, orbiting the planet and surrounding the alien ship that had loomed for weeks. Every fighter, every battleship, and every orbital defense station had prepared for the inevitable confrontation. Humanity had waited for this moment, and now the time had come to strike decisively. Captain Ilara Voss stood on the bridge of the Aurora, her eyes fixed on the alien vessel. Its massive hull pulsed with dangerous energy, but for the first time she saw vulnerability in the patterns they had studied. The destabilizer planted by her infiltration team had left the ship's energy core exposed, albeit temporarily. "Lieutenant Cade," she said, pointing to the tactical display. "All units, synchronize for coordinated attack. Fighters in swarms to distract. Heavy ships to fire on weakened points, and orbital defenses to focus on shield gaps. Timing is everything. We have one chance to break them." Cade nodded, her fingers flying over the console. "All units are responding. Fleet-wide coordination is set. Estimated shield window, 73 seconds. That's our strike moment." The alien ship sensed the buildup. Its hull shimmered with adaptive energy. Drones surged outward, and massive beams of light sliced through space, testing human defenses. Yet the humans were ready. They moved unpredictably, using clever maneuvers and coordinated patterns designed to confuse and divide the alien forces. From Earth's surface, millions watched live broadcasts of the engagement. Though most could not see the full scale, reports of human ingenuity, courage, and daring maneuvers inspired hope. Humanity was not waiting passively to be destroyed. They were fighting back together. In orbit, fighter squadrons launched in synchronized waves. Pilots darted through asteroid belts and around planetary moons, drawing the alien drones' attention. Heavy cruisers advanced, concentrating fire on shield gaps, exploiting the destabilization caused by the infiltration team. Captain Voss remained calm, though her hands moved with precision over the command console. "Maintain focus. Watch for openings. One wrong move and we lose everything." The first major salvo struck the alien vessel. Energy beams and missile barrages collided with the weakened shields. For a brief moment, the hull shimmered with cracks of exposed energy. Alarms sounded on the alien ship. Drones surged to intercept, and energy fluctuations rippled across the hull. "Shields weakening. 30%, Cade shouted. "We have a real chance here." The alien ship reacted quickly, deploying a massive counterattack. Its energy weapons fired in sweeping arcs, targeting Earth's orbital defenses and the human fleet. Ships exploded in brilliant flashes, and debris scattered across space. Yet through careful planning and maneuvering, humanity minimized losses. The combination of strategy, courage, and unpredictability kept the alien ship off balance. Meanwhile, the infiltration team, though safely back on the Aurora, continued to provide real-time data. Dr. Mercer analyzed the ship's internal systems, guiding Voss to strike specific weak points. "Core stabilization is slowing. If you concentrate fire now, you can overload their energy circuits temporarily. Timing is critical." Voss nodded. "All units prepare for concentrated strike on core. Fighters maintain distraction patterns. Cruisers hold fire until the window opens. This is it." The countdown began. 60 seconds. 50 seconds. Human pilots weaved through swarms of alien drones, launching decoys, and firing calculated bursts of energy to draw attention. Heavy ships held steady, focusing firepower on the precise locations Dr. Mercer identified. Then the moment arrived. The destabilizer's effects peaked, and a brief window opened in the alien ship's defenses. Voss gave the command, "Now! All firepower, target the core." Energy beams, missiles, and plasma cannons converged on the alien ship's central core. The hull trembled under the combined assault. For a tense moment, it seemed the shields would hold. But then a massive surge of energy erupted from the core. Lights flickered across the alien vessel, and for the first time, human sensors detected real damage. Core exposed. "Shields failing," Cade yelled. "Keep firing." The alien ship roared in response. Massive energy waves radiated outward, forcing human ships to maneuver defensively. Explosions rippled through the hull, and some drones broke apart under the concentrated assault. Yet the humans pressed on, their courage unbroken. Captain Voss saw the opening. Fighters converge on upper conduits. Disable secondary systems. Cruisers, maintain pressure on core. We finished this today. Fighter pilots executed daring maneuvers, slipping through energy bursts and drone fire to sabotage critical systems. Explosions shook the alien ship from within, while outside cruisers maintained constant pressure on weakened shield sections. Humanity's coordination, ingenuity, and bravery were the difference between life and destruction. Inside the alien vessel, the commander struggled to maintain control. They are relentless. Adaptation is insufficient. Human tactics unpredictable. They survive against all odds. As the battle raged, the destabilization device continued to pulse. Dr. Mercer monitored its effects. Core integrity at 40%. They cannot sustain full power much longer. We need to press the advantage. Voss gave the next order without hesitation. All ships concentrate on critical systems now. Keep the pressure on. We do not allow them to recover. Explosions erupted from the alien ship, visible even from Earth's surface. The vessel shuddered violently as the human fleet exploited every weakness. Debris floated in space as automated drones faltered. Systems failed and energy fluctuations caused localized disruptions in the hull. Humanity's ingenuity and determination were overwhelming a force once considered unbeatable. In a daring move, Captain Voss piloted the Aurora herself into a close strike formation. The ship's weapons fired precisely at structural weak points, while fighters and cruisers supported from multiple angles. The alien ship's shields flickered violently, energy surges throwing off its internal systems. "Shields down. Temporarily," Cade reported. "Now or never." Voss's eyes shone with determination. "Final strike. Concentrate all energy on the core. This is humanity's moment." The fleet unleashed its maximum firepower. Missiles, plasma beams, and concentrated energy bursts struck the core simultaneously. The alien ship shuddered violently, its hull cracking in several locations. Alarms blared as systems failed and drones went dark. For the first time, humanity had breached the defenses of the most dangerous ship in the galaxy. From Earth, millions watched the displays of energy and explosions, feeling a mixture of awe and hope. Humanity had taken the fight to the enemy and proven that courage, intelligence, and unity could overcome even the most formidable threat. Inside the alien ship, the commander's voice was tinged with shock. They are not like any species we have faced. They are unpredictable, resilient, dangerous. Captain Voss addressed her fleet through the intercom. "We have one window before they stabilize. Maintain pressure, keep targeting critical systems. Humanity's survival depends on us finishing this now." The fleet pressed on. Every fighter, every cruiser, and every orbital station contributed to the attack. The alien ship, powerful as it was, could not adapt fast enough to counter the relentless coordinated assault. Human ingenuity and courage were overwhelming its advanced technology. Finally, after a tense and grueling engagement, the alien ship's energy core faltered. Internal explosions rocked the vessel, and massive sections of the hull broke apart. Drones and automated systems fell silent. Humanity had gained the upper hand, but the ship was far from destroyed. Captain Voss knew the battle was not yet over. She looked at her crew, exhaustion and determination in their eyes. "We've done what no one thought possible. We've forced them to react, to falter, but the fight isn't over. Prepare for the next phase. Humanity is not finished. Not now, not ever." As the alien vessel drifted, weakened but still dangerous, the fleet regrouped. Pilots returned to their stations. Engineers repaired damaged systems. And humans everywhere understood one thing: courage, intelligence, and unity had given them a fighting chance. The battle for Earth had begun in earnest. The alien ship had met humanity's best, and humans had survived. The victory was not complete, but it was proof. Earth would not bow. Humanity would not submit. And Captain Voss, standing on the bridge of the Aurora, knew the final confrontation was coming. In the quiet moments after the battle, stars glittered above the Sol system. The alien ship, powerful and threatening, had been tested, and humans had shown the galaxy the true strength of Earth. Resilient, clever, and unyielding. Captain Voss whispered to herself, "We've shown them the first act. The next one will end it. Humanity survives and Earth stands." The Sol system trembled under the looming presence of the alien vessel. Its massive hull, once flawless and invincible, now bore the scars of human ingenuity. Sections of the ship flickered and smoked. Drones drifted motionless in space, and its energy core pulsed unevenly. Humanity had struck the first blow, but the final victory demanded precision, courage, and absolute unity. Captain Alara Voss stood on the bridge of the Aurora, eyes scanning the battle grid. Around her, the fleet prepared for the decisive strike. Fighters weaved through debris fields. Cruisers aligned their weapons, and orbital defense arrays hummed with energy. The destabilizer planted during the infiltration had given humanity a rare window of opportunity. But it would not last long. Lieutenant Cade, tactical officer, reported quickly. "Core destabilization holding at 25%. Shields are weak but fluctuating. The alien ship is unstable. We have less than 10 minutes before it attempts to repair." Voss's expression hardened. "This is it. Every ship, every weapon, every human in the fleet must act now. We have one shot. Do not miss." Below, Earth's population watched anxiously. News of the ongoing battle had spread, and live feeds from satellites and reconnaissance drones revealed the chaos in orbit. Humans saw destruction, yes, but also determination, courage, and unity. Across the planet, people held their breath, knowing that the outcome of this battle would decide the fate of humanity. In orbit, fighter squadrons executed their roles with precision. Small teams approached the alien vessel from unexpected angles, drawing remaining drones away from critical systems. Explosions and energy flares lit space like fireworks, yet every pilot remained focused, moving in harmony with their comrades. Captain Voss turned to Dr. Liana Mercer, who monitored the destabilizer remotely. "Status?" Mercer's fingers flew across her controls. "The device is holding. Core integrity is collapsing. If we can maintain fire on the weakened points, we can overload the energy circuits and disable the ship permanently." Voss nodded. "Coordinate with the fleet. Fighters, focus on the upper conduits and drone clusters. Cruisers, maintain concentrated fire on the core. This is the final push," the alien ship responded with fury. Massive energy beams lashed out in every direction, tearing through sections of debris and forcing human ships to weave defensively. Drones surged from hidden compartments, their attacks relentless. Yet the humans did not falter. Every move, every strike, and every maneuver was calculated, exploiting the weaknesses identified by the infiltration team. Inside the alien ship, its commander struggled to maintain control. Humans, persistent, resilient, adaptation, insufficient. Energy systems faltered, weapons misfired, and internal hull segments buckled under the combined assault. The ship, once unstoppable, now teetered on the edge of collapse. Captain Voss made a decision. "I'm taking the Aurora into close strike formation. We cannot rely on distance. If we strike the core directly, with all our firepower, we can end this." The Aurora advanced, leading a formation of cruisers and support ships. Energy beams converged on the alien ship's core, striking in a synchronized assault. Sparks flew, systems overloaded, and parts of the hull tore away, exposing internal machinery. For the first time, humans saw the alien vessel as vulnerable, not invincible, not eternal. Fighter pilots, guided by Voss's commands, darted through corridors of energy and debris, disabling remaining drone clusters and sabotage points identified during reconnaissance. Each successful strike weakened the alien vessel further. "Core stability dropping rapidly," Cade shouted. "We have a real chance now." Dr. Mercer monitored the destabilizer's output. One final pulse, synchronized with concentrated fleet fire, and the core should fail permanently. "Timing is critical. Everyone must fire at once." Voss's voice rang over the fleet's communication channels. "All units prepare for final strike. Humanity fights as one. On my mark, now! A symphony of energy and fire erupted. Every missile, every beam, every concentrated pulse of power struck the alien ship's core simultaneously. The hull shuddered violently as internal explosions rippled outward. Lights flickered, machinery groaned, and the vessel's systems began to collapse. The alien commander roared in frustration and disbelief. Impossible. They survive. They fight, like no species. In orbit, human ships coordinated flawlessly. Fighters dodged energy bursts while continuing their strikes. Cruisers maintained unrelenting pressure. The alien vessel, for all its power, could not adapt fast enough. Humanity's ingenuity, courage, and unity were overwhelming the most dangerous ship in the galaxy. Captain Voss held her position at the Aurora's helm, watching as the final seconds approached. Steady. Focus. Humanity survives because we refuse to fail. The destabilizer pulsed one final time. The alien ship's core erupted in a massive surge of energy, sending shockwaves through the vessel. Sections of the hull collapsed inward. Drones powered down and the energy fields flickered violently before vanishing entirely. Core destroyed, Dr. Mercer whispered, her voice barely audible over the chaos. The alien ship, once feared across galaxies, now drifted in silence, its systems dead, its power gone. Humanity had achieved the impossible. The Deathworld Alliance's most dangerous vessel had been defeated, not by superior numbers or firepower, but by courage, intelligence, and unity. Captain Voss allowed herself a brief moment of relief. It's over. The alien ship is neutralized. Humanity survives. The fleet moved carefully, assessing damage and securing the area. Debris from the alien vessel floated in orbit, a silent monument to human ingenuity and bravery. Fighters returned to Earth stations. Cruisers conducted repairs and orbital defense arrays resumed normal operations. Back on Earth, millions erupted in celebration. Flags waved, horns sounded, and people cheered in streets and homes. Humanity had faced annihilation and emerged victorious. The impossible had been achieved. Yet even in triumph, Captain Voss remained vigilant. She addressed her crew over the communication system. Today we have won, but space is vast and threats are never truly gone. Humanity must remain prepared, united, and vigilant. Today we prove that we will not bow. Tomorrow we ensure that no threat ever threatens Earth again. In the distance, the alien commander drifted within the ruined ship, its sensors failing, systems dead. Humanity had survived against the most formidable force it had ever faced. The galaxy had witnessed the courage, intelligence, and determination of a species unwilling to submit. On the Aurora, Captain Voss gazed at Earth through the viewport. The planet glowed with life, beauty, and resilience. Cities, forests, oceans, all untouched by the alien threat, saved by human ingenuity. She whispered quietly to herself, "This is what we fight for. This is why humanity survives." The stars above seemed to shine a little brighter that night, reflecting the spirit of a species that refused to give up. Humanity had faced the impossible and emerged victorious. Captain Voss stood tall, her crew by her side, knowing that the victory belonged to everyone, pilots, engineers, scientists, and every human who had worked together in the darkest hours. Earth had made its final stand, and it had triumphed. And in that moment, the galaxy understood something new. Humans were not just survivors. They were strategists, innovators, and warriors. They were a species that faced the deadliest forces the universe could muster, and refused to fail. The alien ship floated silently in orbit, a reminder of the threat humanity had overcome. But for the first time, the humans looked to the stars not with fear, but with pride and determination. They had survived, they had triumphed, and they had proven that courage and unity could defy even the most impossible odds. Captain Voss turned to her crew one last time. Today, humanity has shown the galaxy our strength. Remember this moment, learn from it, and never forget what we can achieve together. Earth stands, humanity stands, and we will endure. The Sol system was quiet once more, the battle over, but the legacy of courage, intelligence, and determination would echo across the stars forever. Humanity had survived the deadliest ship in the universe. Earth had made its final stand, and humanity had triumphed.